Bucca is a male sea spirit in Cornish folklore, a merman, that inhabited mines and coastal communities as a hobgoblin during storms. The mythological creature is a type of water spirit likely related to the Bucca from Irish, the Bucca from Welsh folklore, and the female Mari Morgans, a type of mermaid from Welsh and Breton mythology. Rev. W. S. Lach Zerma, one 19th-century writer on Cornish antiquities, suggested the Bucca had originally been an ancient pagan deity of the sea such as Irish Nicton or British Nodens, though his claims are mainly conjecture. One folklore however records votive food offerings made on the beach similar to those made to the subterranean knockers and may represent some form of continuity with early or pre-Christian Brittonic belief practices. In 1611, in the Cornish language book The Creation of the World the Bucca is mentioned, and some believe that the word is a borrowing into Cornish from Old English puca. Use of the term puca in Ireland, however, may predate the arrival of Norse settlers and could be an alternative origin of the word, with considerable cultural exchange with Ireland occurring in the early Christian era. Of interest, the Welsh name Bucca, according to Margaret Murray too, derives from an ancient Slavonic word referring to a spirit. In 1890, the Cornish folklorist William Bottrell stated that it is uncertain whether Bucca can be regarded as one of the fairy tribe. Old people, within my remembrance, spoke of a Bucca Gwydden and a Bucca Dhu, by the former they meant good spirit, and by the latter an evil one, now known as Bucca Boo. I have been told, by persons of credit, that within the last 40 years it was a usual practice with Newlyn and Mousehole fishermen to leave on the sand at night a portion of their catch for Bucca. Probably from this observance the common nickname of Newlyn Buccas was derived. An old rhyme says, "Penzance boys up in a tree, looking as wished, i.e. haunted, as wished can be. Newlyn Buccas as strong as oak, knocking them down at every poke." In keeping with Bottrell's findings, various folkloric investigations around the same time citation needed that Bucca seems to have featured in two forms, Bucca Gwydden, white Bucca, and Bucca Dhu, black Bucca. Bucca also seems to associated with the wind. In Penzance it was customary to refer to storms that emanated from a southwesterly direction as Bucca calling. Sailors and fishermen also believe that Bucca's voice carried on the wind. Bucca was also sometimes described as a tin mining spirit, which may indicate a wider fertility origin than that of the sea. Citation needed. Also in the 19th century, there were reports of fishermen venerating Bucca with offerings. These included food offerings, particularly of fish, given to Bucca on beaches. One such beach used for this purpose was the area of Newlyn known formerly as Park and Grouse, in Cornish meaning the Field of the Cross, where a stone cross was allegedly once situated. Similar offerings were recorded on the beaches of Mousehole and Newlyn Town, the area now known as Newlyn Cliff. Neopagan groups, principally the Witchcraft Coven of Ros and Bucca, have begun to acknowledge the Bucca in their rites. 12. In New Zealand, Bucca witchcraft, variant spelling Bucca, began as a tradition in 1988. Founded by an Alexandrian initiate. 13. Bucca Wicca is mentioned in New Truth newspaper in 1995. 14. Jean de Cabalas has developed an entire esoteric corpus structured around the Bucca Dhu, the storm winds, which Cabalas calls Bucca Wicca. 15. Cabalas uses an ancient Slovak rendering Bucca. 16, 17, 18. The magical links between Ireland and Slovakia are known to stretch back to 1000 BC. In the children's book Thomas and the Tinners, 1995, by Jill Peyton Walsh, Buccas are presented as fairies who work in Cornish tin mines, granting wishes in exchange for food. See knockers.